Hey everybody, this is Fazil from techfoundry and I welcome you all to the world's best C++ tutorial. First of all, I congratulate you all for choosing this one because this is the right programming language if you're starting to program. And again, this is for beginners, absolute beginners. So it doesn't matter whether you're a 4th or 5th grade kid waiting to do your max homework or you're a working professional looking forward to learn something new in life. So this is for everyone and I'm going to keep it simple and easy from now on. So why C++ in this 2021, even though it's a really old one? The thing is, C++ teaches you everything behind what you code. Unlike other programming languages in this era, like the fancy ones, let's take Python or Java, which claim to be easy learnable and quickly learnable and independent platform and all those things. But you know what? They kind of spoon feed you, which means they don't teach you. You don't get to understand at the first time, at least, everything that's going on behind what you type. Or they start with a concept that is not so easy for a first-time programmer to easily grasp and understand. C++ deals with these things really amazingly. It takes you all the way from ABCD of programming all the way to the concepts which you will require for even an industrial project. So it's a really good one to start with, and let's get started. So in order to start programming, you need some files, you need some software to download. Two things actually. One is called the IDE. The next one is called a compiler. So what an IDE is, it's called the Integrated Development Environment. Don't get scared by the big name. It's nothing but a software tool. Think of it like a tool on which you will be writing your C++ code to run and execute. So okay, think of it like this. If you want to take a printout in an A4 size sheet, you won't sit and write in a Notepad++ or a Notepad actually. You will use something like this, a Microsoft Office Word, which has all the functionalities to type and connect with your printer and get the job done basically. So it's a tool that makes things easier for you. So the next one is the compiler. Think of it like a backend brain that sort of communicates with you and the processor. So what it basically does is that it converts whatever you type on the screen, the code which you type on the screen, to a way that is understandable by the processor, which is zeros and ones. So that's the job of the compiler, and it's going to do everything in the back end. You won't see that doing it. You'll be only working with the IDE. You'll be learning about the IDE. Compiler is it's something that happens behind. So let's get these things. So where do we get this from? Obviously Google. So we'll get the IDE and the compiler in a combo package sort of thing. So go type code blocks. So code blocks is the name of the IDE which we will be using. Go to the website, and on the side you can find the link for downloads. Click downloads, and after that you will be given with two options: download the binary release and the source code. We'll go for the binary release because that's easy to set up and run, as it states here. And again, you are given with three options. You have three operating systems, right? One, Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. In my case, I'm using Windows, so I'm clicking Windows. In fact, you have releases for other operating systems as well. If you're using any of these, you can go ahead. For Windows, okay, all we need is this code blocks, the first one, setup.exe, but I recommend you to go for the fourth one, that is code blocks, which is the IDE, and also this mingw, which is nothing but the compiler I was talking about. So let's quickly Google what is mingw. There we go. So this is a compiler which I was talking about, and it supports, if you scroll down, you can see the languages it supports: C, C++, Java, Fortran, Pascal, and what is this? I don't know what is that. So yeah, we have C++, so we are good to go. Let's download this one using the link, this one, the Force Hub or the SourceForge.net. Either one of it is fine. So when you download them, you will get an installable file like this, a setup file basically. You double click on it, the installation wizard will open, and as usual for every other installation, just click next for like 20 times and you will get it installed. You should be knowing that by now. This is 2021, and once you install that, you will get the desktop icon for opening code blocks. If you don't worry, you can get it from here. Just type code blocks in your startup menu, then you have the application. I already have the application open because it takes a while to open and I don't want you guys to sit and watch the whole opening process. So if you open the application, you will find the opening screen is something like this. So in order to create something, in order to start programming, you have to click create a new project, and you are given with a bunch of options. For now, for our course, we are going to use the console application and click go. It will ask you to select a programming language. We are going to use C++, not C. So just click C++ and then click next. You can give a project title. Let's say in my case, my first C++. And you can also choose the folder in which you want to save your program. In my case, I'm just saving it on desktop, techfoundry. In your case, it can be different, so don't worry about that. Click next, and don't touch any of these things. We'll learn these later. I mean, you'll learn these by yourself later. And click finish, and there we go. You have created your first project. Okay, where is the project first of all? Okay, if you come over here to the left, you can see the name you typed, my first C++. Under that, you have a folder called sources. If you click open that, you have something called main.cpp. Double click that, and okay, think of this as the sheet, the main sheet on which you will be writing the code, which you will run further. So we are already given with a sample piece of code, and I think you guessed it right. It's the damn Hello World program, just like every other YouTube tutorial out there. You know what? Let's change this. Why do we need Hello World all the time? Let's say this is my first C++ program. Cool. So I'll teach you guys what these things mean, every word, every line. Don't worry. But for now, in this video, the first video, we just need to know how to run a program, code and run a program. So if you go above here, you have this cheeky little icon which says build and run. When you hover over it, just click on that, and an output window will open, giving you, printing whatever you want. You typed here, my first C++ program. So that's it. So what it tells you, that this little snippet of code which we just ran here, this is basically to type, to print whatever we type here. So that's our first program we just ran, and now we know how to use, now we know where to type and how to use the IDE to run and execute the program. So see you in the next one.